Thanks for coming in.
What do you want?
I want to know what happened.
Didn't you read the report?
I did, but I want to hear it from you.
Everything was in the report. I ain't got nothing more to say.
Tell me about the herdsman.
Where'd you hear that name?
Let's start at the beginning, Reggie.
Reggie Mystery. It's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Must be pretty hard not seeing your brother for a while.
What are you talking about? I saw him last weekend at a family barbecue.
But you just said you haven't heard his name in a while.
That's because he goes by Snaps McCracken in our family now.
Look, I want to know why Reggie left the force. It must have been something pretty big to break up the famous Mystery Brothers.
It's a long story. Probably 8 to 9 installments of 5-minute stories.
I've got time.
It all started back in 1977. Reggie and I were 18-year-old private detectives.
No, that's not right. That would make you guys 55.
Okay, so I'm not very good at math. The year was 2007. Reggie and I had been called out to a field.
No, that's not correct either. The report says you guys just showed up on the crime scene.
Who's telling the story here? We were younger, dumber, full of ambition, fire, and most of the time burritos. We wanted to make a name for ourselves, and we'd heard about this case out in the country. So we went out there, and what we saw, it shook us to the core.
Well, they tell you at the online unaccredited police academy that we audited classes at to expect anything, but I never expected this.
No. That brown cow was one day away from retirement, too.
Excuse me, can I help you two?
I think the real question is, how can we help you, Detective Campbell?
I'm sorry, do I know you two?
Do you know us? Ever heard of the case of our mom's missing deodorant?
No, I don't believe I have.
Well, Detective, you're looking at the world's greatest team of detectives, Reggie
And Jonah.
Mystery. But you can call us the Mystery Brothers.
Okay, but this is a closed crime scene, so you're both gonna have to leave.
Oh, okay. See? Just your average everyday case of the missing goat. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty open and shut.
Well, is any serial thief case ever open and shut?
There's nothing that suggests that this is a serial crime.
Oh, really? Well, then how come we found several boxes of cereal when we broke into the owner's home?
You did what?
Listen, Campbell, this guy's gonna strike again, and when he does, be sure to give us a call.
We're also babysitters on the weekend. If you ever need any help there either.
And he did, didn't he?
What?
Strike again. In fact, he struck another 37 times before you finally got him.
What's your point?
My point is, maybe you weren't trying so hard to catch the herdsman. My point is, maybe you didn't catch him at all.
You think Reggie's the herdsman?
That's not what I'm saying. I just want to know what happened to Reggie back in '07 that caused him to leave the force, and why 2 weeks ago in his neighborhood a similar crime happened.
What? That's impossible. We caught the herdsman 7 years ago. He's sitting in jail right now.
Is he?
Well, I mean, I guess he could be walking or sleeping. You know, now that you mention it, I'm getting pretty tired myself.
Stop playing games with me, Mystery. I want to know what happened back in '07 when Reggie Mystery quit the force, fell off the face of the planet, and turned up 2 weeks ago when this last crime happened.
It's not that simple, Detective. World doesn't deal in simple. No decision stands on its own. You see, behind every bad decision is another bad decision before it, bad decision before it, another bad decision before it. Our lives are just made up of the bad decisions we make, and unfortunately, for my life, I've made a lot of bad ones.
So what was your first bad decision in this case?
Well, it all started there in the field. Perhaps if we'd been older or wiser, we would have checked the perimeter, but we didn't. We've been paying for that bad decision ever since, because he was there, watching, waiting.